Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two really tough home games against relegation threatened Weymouth and Chelmsford, who hold that last spot in the playoffs as it stands as well. We have them at home as the second game of this video. As you can see from the league table, we're currently still sat in 10th place, and we're a lot closer to the playoffs now than we are to that bottom four. We're not officially safe yet, but a win in today's game against Weymouth would secure our passage into this league once again for next season. But can we make the playoffs? I wasn't aiming for anything like that. I didn't expect us to get anywhere near that. But looking at that league table, we have got an opportunity here. All we have to do is do well for these last few games of the campaign. I think there's 7 games remaining at the moment. And hopefully we might still be in with the challenge come the last 2 games, which will be in tomorrow's video. So it could be a very exciting time ahead, and we'll see how we get on. But as you can see, like I say, we're currently in 10th place. Form has been a little bit hit and miss since you were last with us for those 2 games against Havant, Waterlooville and Dover. We had a good win over Taunton, but that was followed by a heavy defeat against Farnborough. We didn't play well in that game at all, but we came back and managed to draw away at Oxford. So despite our stuttering form, we are still in a good position, and hopefully we can push on and get good results in today's 2 games. Like I say, both will be tough games. Weymouth are fighting it out to stay in the league at the moment, and Chelmsford are fighting it out for a potential playoff slot in the fight for their promotion. So there's plenty to be going on for in today's video, and the 2 very big games, but hopefully we will do well in at least one of them and we can carry on and get a good result. We do want to be winning our home games, of course. We last time got beat by Weymouth, so I'm hopeful that we can get a good result, like I say, in this return fixture. We're a lot more settled in this formation, so hopefully we'll see how we get on. And straight away, it's taken a minute and a half, and we have an injury. So Ollie Coker, the man who is on loan, is going to come on, and hopefully he can do a strong job in that midfield following the departure of Ree. And in response to that, Cisse has been injured for Weymouth as well. So 2 very early big injuries in this match. And there's an opportunity here for Weymouth. Slade with a free kick here. Looks to whip it in, and it's a brilliant effort, and it's smashed against the woodwork, and it's just been kept out. Very, very lucky. We've not created a single opportunity yet, and Weymouth are dominating here. Like I say, I knew there'd be tough games. We're going to demand more here already, because this is very, very poor from our point of view. As Ken Charles does well to make a turn there. Now Pip Lardo looks over the top for Burton. He has Jaden Smith in the penalty area. Tried to play it across. It took a deflection, and the keeper had to react very quickly there to keep it out, and it remains 0-0. Certainly been a poor game from our point of view. We need to be playing a lot better than this if we want to really push on this season. O'Connor with a delivery from a corner, and the header is from Nippard and is just over the crossbar, and it remains 0-0. But look at the stats so far. Weymouth relegation threatened, of course. They are dominating this game, and we are very, very poor at the moment. Ackers looks to boot it forward, and no one even challenged Seddon for the ball there, and O'Connell is charging forward, but Burton does well to get back at him and finds Ackers. Now Burton. Pip Lardo did well to knock it onto the left winger. Pip Lardo again looks over the top, and Ken Charles is in behind Carlisle, the centre-back, and he's looked to loft it over the keeper. It's onto the top of the net. Very unlucky. Really well worked effort in the end, but it remains 0-0, and we look to push on now with Ollie Coker. Now Pip Lardo. Ken Charles is at the far post, and again just over the crossbar, rippled the top of the net once again. We're getting closer. We've started to pick up a little bit toward the end of this first half, but we are going to have to be a lot better in the second half if we want to get anything from this game. It remains 0-0, and it's been a poor first half from my point of view. It's not been good enough at all. Shooting's not been good enough either. We're not looking positive enough going forward either. Hopefully we can do a little bit better in this second half, and we can grab ourselves a lead here. Akers, good delivery. Burton does well to win it. Now Pip Lardo. Plays it further down the line into Burton, and Burton's got space to run into here, and the pass was shocking in trying to find Ken Charles Beerwish. Couldn't get onto it, and Coker does well to receive the pass from Okacha, and that's played over the top, and Ken Charles gets there, and it's smashed off the crossbar. If it had laid it across, I think Jaden Smith would have probably been in a better position to score, but he struck it first time, and smashes it off the woodwork, and it remains 0-0. Seddon here with a throw-in into Carlisle, looks over the top for Beerwish, and Piplado's just left him free, and Napa was in there, and it's a brilliant save by Eckers. It should have been a goal there for Weymouth, really, but we've done really well to get to keep it 0-0. To be fair, it's a very good save from Akers as Murray looks to play the ball in, and Akers punches clear. Cipriano into Gehring. Now Carlisle again into Murray, and his cross is blocked by Piplado, and it comes back out to him, and again very well blocked by Piplado, and we managed to get it clear. But this has been an absolutely shocking performance so far. We're going to have to make some substitutions, I think, because we're not playing well at all. We're going to bring Zach Newton on for Charlie Green up on that right hand side, and unfortunately, in terms of actual forward players, we're very short at the moment. We haven't got that quality. We're going to switch Jaden Smith and Ken Charles over, and I keep it as a balanced mentality because I don't think we're good enough to go attacking against these teams as of yet, despite the quality that we've got in some of these players. I think what I'll do, though, just to try and give us a push, I will go to a positive mentality, and hopefully we can be a little bit more creative as we move into this last half an hour. And we're going to demand more from the team once again as well, and hopefully we can create some chances in this second half. But as you can see, Weymouth by far the better side in this game. We've been very poor, but it still remains 0-0. And despite this change of mentality, I mean, Ken Charles 6-2, Jaden Smith 6-3, Ken Charles is down to a 6-1 now. We've been very poor going forward, and by the looks of it, we're not going to get anything from this game in terms of 3 points. And all of a sudden, Weymouth are in behind. It's Napa who looks to switch it, and O'Connell's in behind now. It's O'Connell, and he's smashed it against the woodwork, and Cracknell manages to clear. We got very much got away with that. We're going to fire the boys up now because this is absolutely terrible from us. We've been so poor today, and this is O'Connell with a switch of play. Newton does well to clear, but it's Napa now. Into Cipriano, now McBurney. John does well to intercept. Coker to Alidor Hamilton, who just smashes it forward, and it's only as far as Seddon, who knocks it forward again. Okocha clears, and now Zach Newton. Well, he's fired it through, and Jaden Smith is the closest man to it, but Cipriano deals with it very easily. But John manages to win it, and he's knocked it back forward again, and Smith almost got onto it. Zach Newton here to Ollie Coker, who strikes from distance, and it's rippled the net again. And we've been very unlucky in terms of some of these attempts, but as you can see, Weymouth have been the better side. They deserve to win the game, in my opinion. We've been very poor. We've managed to get a 0-0 draw out of it, but we need to improve. That is not good enough. Defensively, I thought we were very good overall, despite how open we were in that last attempt by Weymouth. But it remained 0-0, and we've kept another clean sheet. But a draw is not enough, and we're now 5 points off those playoff places. I can't imagine we'd be challenging up there anyway. Even from the start of the season, we were expecting to be down here. The fact that we're even looking at playoffs is nothing short of remarkable. So I'll take the draw considering the circumstances. Next season, obviously, we want to be doing a lot better anyway, but we'll have to wait and see how we get on. Next game is in a week's time in game. We've got Chelmsford at home, so I will move through this week off camera, and then we will be back for that Chelmsford game. Hopefully we can get a better performance and we can get a good result. Okay guys, here we go for this home game against Chelmsford. Joe Ree is going to be out for quite some time, and unfortunately, because we didn't sign a new right winger, Jaden Smith now wants to leave the club. Apparently it was a promise that was put into his contract. I don't really remember doing it, but he's not particularly happy at the club, but he is our best striker at the moment, so we're going to have to play him regardless, and hopefully he will get us a couple of goals today. It's going to be a very tough game. Chelmsford are in the playoff hunt, of course, and if we win today, it would really push us up a little bit once again after that disappointing draw against Weymouth, but hopefully we'll be able to just push on a little bit and we'll try and see what we can do in this game. As you can see by recent form, we haven't won in 3, but we've not been playing massively badly. Yes, we were poor against Weymouth, but hopefully we can improve today. Grant holds onto the ball. Alador Hamilton has already been booked in the opening 3 minutes, so he's going to have to be careful for the rest of this game. As Grant finds Osu. Trotter plays it through into Grant, and Grant looks to play it back across, and Alpha scores. OD Alpha opens the scoring here in this game. Chelmsford are in front, and this is not looking good already, really. We're looking very poor now, and yes, we're probably safe from relegation, but at the same time, I think it's just been a long season, and we've really struggled to put together a squad that is going to be capable of playing well every game. So hopefully next season we can do a little bit better, but this is a very poor start, and once again at home. I mean, our home form's been so strong throughout the campaign, but today and in this episode we've been very, very poor. The game against Weymouth wasn't good, and it looks like we're going to be following the same pattern in this game. Pip Lardo does well to win possession though. Raul de Silva into Billy Cracknell. Looks over the top, but Ken Charles couldn't get there, and this is Gonzalez into Baker. Now Winfield looks over the top here. Cracknell does well to get onto it and plays it back to goalkeeper Akers. He's smashed it forward. Jaden Smith is looking to challenge here, and he couldn't quite get onto it, and they managed to clear once again. Pip Lardo, what is he doing there? Okocha does really well to get onto it ahead of Alpha, but that was very, very close to being a very big error there. This is Grant now. Baker into Osu. Cuts inside. Big opportunity again, and Akers couldn't keep it out. It's 2-0, and this is a very poor performance so far from the boys. It's not looking good here, and we've certainly got plenty of work to do in this game now. We've been very, very poor. Cracknell looks over the top, looking for Charles. It's cleared away once again by Winfield. Managed to win it back with Ken Charles and Alador Hamilton. This is Seeger looking for Burton, but it's cleared away, and Alpha manages to turn, and the break is on here. It's Walker. He looks forward. Alador Hamilton gets it away, and Jaden Smith plays it into Pip Lardo. Pip Lardo has Jaden Smith in support if he can find him, but he finds Seeger, who does lay it over the top for Jaden Smith, and Jaden Smith off the woodwork and in. We pulled one back here. It was a very well worked goal, but we've got to be very, very good to get back into this game here. It's 2-1, and that goal does give us an opportunity, but we're going to have to be really pushing on in this second half, I think. There's 10 minutes left in this first half. It's still 2-1. They've had more possession, more chances, and yeah, we're playing quite poorly overall, but that was a very good goal from our point of view. Osu here with a free kick. I've got a strong feeling that it could be 3-1, and it is. It's a very good strike from Paul Osu, and Akers positioning again, very suspect there. It's 3-1, and we're not going to come back from this. Chelmsford have been far too good here, and very, very poor from our point of view. We might have to look at changing tactics for next season as well. We've been very hit and miss in our form, and I think depending on the kind of squad that we can put together next season, I want to have a defensive midfielder in there, to be honest, just to hold that position in front of the back four, because that is an area that I've noticed throughout the season where we've been getting caught out quite frequently, but we've just not got the number of players in for that position, so we've just got to make do with what we have. And the 4-4-2's got us through this season, to be honest, and finishing mid-table will be a very good achievement, but like I say, there's a lot to improve on, and we have been very poor in this episode, and hopefully we could get a couple of wins toward the end of the season just to cement that mid-table position. I'm not going to bother making any substitutions for these last 10 minutes. If the players want to get anything out of this game, they'll have to do it themselves, to be honest. We've been extremely poor, and it looks like there's another opportunity here, and it's just over the bar from Chelmsford, almost making it 4-1. It's been a very, very poor performance from the lads. We've come back into it a little bit in terms of shots on target, but they've had twice as many chances, Chelmsford. And as you can see by the player ratings here, we've had 3 players rated less than a 6, which is absolutely unforgivable. It's been extremely poor all round. Jaden Smith's in behind here, and it's fallen for Ken Charles. We're back to 3-2. It's totally undeserved, to be honest, with the way Chelmsford have played, but at 3-2 it looks moderately respectful, but it's been a poor performance despite us scoring those 2 goals, and a 3-2 defeat here, and we'll have to go again next time round. Clearly it's very, very poor, and with 4 or 5 games left now, I mean, we're in 10th place, like I say, with 6 points behind the playoff places. Like I say, I'm not expecting to get up there, but to be in mid-table at this point in the campaign, I think we've done extremely well over the course of the season. Like I say, I've got to remember that we were favourites to be relegated, so with that in consideration, I think we've been absolutely remarkable this season. As you can see, the board agree with that notion. Job security is very secure. Board are delighted with the way that we're doing, with an A minus overall. So we're looking very, very good for the future, hopefully, and we will see how things go. So in terms of our next games, we will be coming back for the last 2 games of the campaign. There's only going to be a few games off camera, 3 very tough games in fact, away against Dulwich Hamlet, at home to Worthing, and away at Ebbsfleet. And we'll be back for the home game against Bath and the away game against Tonbridge, and hopefully we can get a few good results here and see what happens ready for next season. Until next time guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. All your support is greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.